Like to say, Paudie Murray is here with us after their 3-12 to 1-8 victory this afternoon. Paudie, I suppose, look, first game after 8 months, it's a competitive game, it's a win under your belt.
Yeah, I suppose a great game to get. I suppose our third game this year, so certainly we were rusty, wouldn't be happy with the performance, particularly in the middle quarter, or the third quarter really killed us, I think. The first half was quite good in patches. You'd like us to probably move the ball that bit quicker, but other than that, I thought we were fairly good in the first half. Just that, I suppose, third quarter really killed us. Galway came at it, or Wexford came at us, and they troubled us for long periods of that quarter,
I suppose, look, again, it's a game under your belt, but you've had difficult circumstances over the last couple of weeks. The game last week being forfeited, it would have been a good competitive game to get under your belt going into today.
Yeah, it would. Look, there's no doubt about that, and particularly in the conditions that we're playing in. And look, I suppose I don't want to be making excuses, but we've had a number of injuries over the last number of weeks as well, so preparation hasn't been good. So it's a good game to get. I think the bottom line really is what I said to him after the game. We're in the quarter final now. I think that's really all we want. We've 5 girls probably making their debut here today as well. So this team is very, very young, and I think every game that we'll probably play this year, we're going to be in a dogfight.
It was hard work today, but I suppose the 2 goals might flatter you towards the end.
Yeah, possibly did, but we think we changed things around there. Just coming to the end of the third quarter, and I think that paid off really. So yeah, look, to be fair to Wexford, they put it up to us, and we're facing into Galway next week. Now could be a long trip for us, We'll
speak of that in a moment. The club championship this year, Paudie, how good, how influential has it been for Cork this year?
I suppose it certainly gave us a couple of players. It certainly doesn't bring the girls up to speed whatsoever. I think that is totally different. I would have preferred probably the club championship to finish that bit earlier. That would have given us probably a greater chance to get ready, because the level of pace between both club and inter-county is massive,
A couple of players in the field just to mention, I suppose Amy O'Connor and Linda Collins, when they got on ball inside, they were quite dangerous.
Yeah, look, I suppose the key really was for us to get the ball in, and for long parts of that game we didn't do it, and or if we were, it was really a 50-50 ball. So look, if they get a ball into space, they'll hurt any opposition. I mentioned the start of the year in Pairc Ui Rinn, we spoke about different rules. You had frustrations about rules. You've had 5 or 6 months to look over them, to work on things. I know you hadn't had the players, but the new rules, how do you find them? I suppose the contact is the one that is really the grey area. Yeah, but to be fair to John today, I think he refereed it very, very well. Certainly there's more physicality in it. I think we're all crying out for that. And, so I had no problem with the way it was ref today. The quick puck out as well. Maybe it's something that the hurling might look at, in that it speeds up the game as well, So, hopefully they'll stay.
Look forward now to next week, next Sunday game against Galway. Of course, they're in action tomorrow against Offaly down in Pairc Stadium. You'll be travelling to Pairc Stadium next Sunday, so a lot to work on now for the week.
Yeah, it is a fairly daunting prospect, I suppose, really, to be going up. We're probably down 5 from last year, and Galway have really strengthened with the McGraths coming back into it, and Rebecca Henley going very well, Roisin Black coming back into it. So certainly they're a far stronger outfit than last year. And some people would say we're weaker. So could be a lonely journey home for us.
Well, look, you've qualified for a quarter final anyway for a start. Best luck next week, and well done in today's win. Victory.
Thanks a million. Well done. Oh yeah.
Captain Amy O'Connor joins us, and Amy, I can see the smile on your face. You're thrilled to get that victory this afternoon.
Yeah, definitely thrilled. Obviously the performance was a bit lacklustre at times, and we know we'll need to make massive improvements, but it's good to get back out onto the pitch, and it's good to be playing championship again after so long. So we're just delighted with the win, and that's what we came here to do. And we know we'll need to improve going forward, so I'm just happy with the victory.
I suppose it's been a long time this year waiting for a game, 8 months. Like, he played a game down in the park. I was there that night against Waterford. A quite decent enough performance for the first game of the year, and then to get games postponed by Clare and Offaly. It's been a long wait.
Yeah.
31st of October now?
Yeah, I think it's 237 days since our last competitive game, so it's been a very, very long time, and I suppose with all the uncertainty, you kind of always had in the back of your head questions, despite remaining as positive as you could, whether or not it would go ahead. So it's definitely brilliant that we're playing championship, it's going ahead, and we've won, and we've kind of achieved our objective from the start of the year, regardless of COVID. It was to get to the quarter-final stage, to get to the knockout stage, so we've managed that now. So we're quite happy with that, and we know where we need to improve.
Speak about the game itself. It was quite a physical game, quite a tough game in that first half, but that goal you did get was quite a good, decent shot.
Yeah, it's definitely always a physical game against Wexford, and I suppose against the other teams in our group, the likes of Galway, they'll be a very physical side as well. And I think there's been comments made about Cork being a very light team and how we're sunshine hurlers, but we can put it up to the best of them as well in terms of physicality. With the likes of Ashton Thompson there in midfield, a very physical player. So despite the weather and despite this winter hurling, we're happy to be playing, and we're not always sunshine hurlers. So it was good to get the win, especially in that kind of physicality today. Speak
about the second goal late in the second half there. Clean Healy working hard for that ball. You made a long run, a 40-yard long bursting run to get inside to the 20-metre box.
Yeah, I kind of with Clean Healy. Clean is a very, very intelligent player. I love playing with her. So, when she gets the ball, she'll always look up, and she has the capability to make those passes through the eye of a needle. So I knew if I made that run that she'd play me in. So the run was definitely worthwhile. So yeah.
You have a couple of injuries as well as kind of hampered things, I suppose, and you also have to contend with the 5 dual players in your panel that are out next Saturday, so a lot to work with over the next 7 days.
Yeah, obviously it's not ideal with the game next Saturday. I suppose selfishly we would have probably preferred that the Camogie went first and then the football went second, but look, beggars can't be choosers. We're happy that the girls can play and that an agreement has been made between the LGFA and the Camogie Association. Yes, we have a few injuries, but our panel is quite strong. We've lots of youth and energy, so it's great to be able to bring people like that in. You saw Izzy O'Regan there today, she made her debut, and I'd love to see her GPS figures. It's just up and down the line all the time, so when you have energy like that and a panel that like we have, it's great to be able to bring people in.
How different is it playing a game here in Pairc Ui Rinn? Always nice to come into Pairc Ui Rinn, but behind closed doors it must be a surreal feeling.
Yeah, it's I suppose in some ways there's never many people at Camogie matches anyway. Like in terms of men's, you could have 45,000 at a match, whereas a ladies' game for championship you would not have, kind of nowhere near that. So it's something that we're not focusing on too much. Obviously you can hear a pin drop sometimes in the game, so it's important for the communication on the pitch to be spot on and for people to talk their way through the game. But it's not something we're focusing on too much. We're just glad to be playing, glad to be playing championship. So yeah, we'll just have to get over it.
And look, I suppose to mention as well, the county board just getting the matches stream for both supporters at home who are watching on this afternoon.
Yeah, definitely. I suppose you've some die-hard supporters there that come to all our games, that'll travel the length and breadth of the country. I'm thinking of my boyfriend at home. He's traumatised that he couldn't get in today, but it's great that we can stream the games and people can see them from home. So we kind of said during the week there's probably more people watching a Camogie match now because they can watch it at home than if the gate was open today. So it's great exposure for Camogie, and it's brilliant that the county board managed to organise all this.
Looking forward now to next Sunday. Of course, Galway are in action tomorrow, but next week you're facing Galway up in Pairc Stadium. Always a tough trip up to Galway.
Yeah, always a tough trip, and I suppose it's made that bit tougher this year. There's no buses, we have to travel alone, I suppose meal times. There's just the logistics of it is going to be a bit different. We're going into an unfamiliar territory, so it'll be tough, but we're going up to Galway, we've nothing to lose. I know we definitely need to make improvements on our performance today, but we'll go up there and try to perform to the best of our ability. And I know, like I've said it already, our objective at the start of the year was to make the knockout stage. We've achieved that objective now, albeit by only winning one game because of the Offaly game being cancelled. But we definitely know that a performance like that today won't win us anything, so definitely need to make improvements.
Look, best luck and best luck to next week as well.
Thanks a million.
That was Amy O'Connor, our captain this afternoon, who has won. Cork have won this game this afternoon, 3-12 to 1-8. And what was a scrappy performance at times, but 2 goals from the Cork captain and Saoirse McCarthy with the third goal. Cork leave with the points, and they have qualified, as Amy has said, with the quarter-final spot claimed. But of course, they have that game against Galway next week, and all to play for, because the winner of that game, depending on the result tomorrow, but still the winner of that game next Sunday will qualify for the All-Ireland semi-finals, which could be crucial to either side, giving an extra week's break going forward. I'd like to thank the team here of Sport Export Cork who produced the game this afternoon for the County Board, and thanks to Black Bee Investments, of course, who pollinate great ideas across Cork for sponsoring the coverage this afternoon. My name is Pairc Mulcahy. My thanks to Linda Melrick who joined us in Cork commentary as well. Thank you for watching as well. We'll catch you all very soon here with the Cork County Camogie Board, and that's it from us here in Pairc Ui Rinn. We'll talk to you all again very soon.